In the same way, guys like me end up with all these copes, all these delusions, just because we've been just beat down by life over and over again. In the same way that we end up with delusions, all the Stacys and Beckys of the world also end up with their copes and delusions. But the source of all their cope and delusion, it's not from being beaten down by life. It's from the opposite. It's from constantly being complimented, constantly being built up by life. So I've got some examples for you. So the main thing that kind of motivated me to make this video is there's this new YouTuber, this girl on YouTube, and I don't know how old she is. She's pretty young. I think she's maybe like 20 or 21, something like that. And I'm not going to say her name or the name of the channel in this video, but basically all it is she makes a video every single day, and she has about 100 videos at this point. And she makes a video every single day. They're completely low effort, nothing edited. It's just a video of her sitting there, or maybe she's walking, and she just talks to the camera. And oh my God, everything she says is completely retarded. Everything she says is just completely retarded. All of her videos, she's either talking about how she's going to be a model and she has the perfect plan that, and it's kind of funny because it almost sounds like, it reminds me of listening to DVDR or someone like that, or even like listening back to myself and my own copes with the way this girl is coping. And she's a total Stacy, right? She's blonde, hot girl. Like I say, she's always talking about how she's going to be a model, and it's like, yeah, she probably will succeed at being a model because, I mean, that's the thing I wanted to talk about, because her YouTube channel is completely low effort, and everything she talks about, her videos are always her trying to give advice on something, but it's so stupid. She's just basically saying, she's just ranting for 10 minutes and saying nothing. It's a lot like my channel, except, you know, with my videos, I'm maybe ranting about nothing, but I'm not coping in any way that I'm giving advice or that anything I'm saying is valuable. But this girl, man, the channel's just so low effort, and she's not saying anything at all of value, yet she's killing it on YouTube. She is killing it in the algorithm. She's got about 100 videos now, and with literally putting out a video every single day. But all of her videos get, I mean, I'm looking at the most recent. She's got 7,000 views, 6,000 views, 4,000 views, 20,000 views, 10,000 views, just going down the line. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but she's releasing a video every single day. So it adds up. And her most popular videos, you know, she's got one from a month ago that's getting close to 250,000. She's got another one that's getting close to 200,000, another one at about 150,000, another one at 120,000. And then the next one's about 50,000. So, you know, it goes down like that. But to already have that many videos with that many views, releasing a video every single day, I mean, it's kind of like video diary type stuff, similar to what my videos are, except, you know, she's actually getting a lot of attention for it. You know, here I am with hardly any subscribers, hardly any views, and Stacy over here, man, it's just different for Stacy. You know, you can't even blame, when you hear a woman give advice, you know, when a woman gives advice to a unwanted, desperate, celibate man, and she gives him advice and it's just the stupidest normie advice you've ever heard in your life, just completely impractical, just advice that is just completely divorced from reality. I mean, that's basically what all of her videos are. That's pretty much what all of this girl's videos are. But the thing is, you can't even blame her. And I was thinking about this. There's a book called The Republic by Plato, the philosopher Plato. And in the book, Plato makes a famous allegory. I think it's called the allegory of the cave. And it basically goes like, if you can imagine that there was some people that lived their entire life in a cave, and all they see in the cave, let's say there's like a fire behind them, but these guys are chained up so they can only face one direction toward the wall. And there's a fire behind them, and there's some other people that basically they hold up shapes in front of the flame, to cast shadows, right? So these guys they're stuck in the cave, chained up in the cave, staring at the wall. They're staring at basically puppet shadows on the wall, and that's all they know. And you can imagine if you lived your entire life just staring at the shadows on the wall, then the shadows on the wall are all you would know, right? You wouldn't really understand 3D reality. You would only know the two-dimensional dark black of the shadow puppets that you're staring at your entire life. And it's like, I was thinking about this and I was thinking, you know, all the Chads and Stacys and Beckys of the world, they're in the cave. Stacy is in the cave. She can't understand. That's why when Stacy gives advice, it's so out of this world, astronomically nonsensical. Because Stacy is chained up in the cave staring at shadows on the wall. Stacy can't understand what it's like for us. She can't understand what it is like for a sub-5, for a low-value man. She can't understand what it's like for a high inhibition, bald cell, old cell, trying to navigate this fucked up earth. She just can't understand because she's in the cave staring at shadows on the wall. And, you know, in the allegory of the cave, the people that get out of the cave, I mean, that's how you become basically like a philosopher king or whatever, you know. Oh, but guys like me, I'm out of the cave, you know. I can see the world for what it really is, but does that make me any kind of king? Does that make me any kind of philosopher? Not really. I mean, if this whole analogy does kind of hold up, because if you think about it, I mean, look up pictures of any philosopher. Like, they're all ugly as shit, right? Like, every philosopher, every successful philosopher there's ever been, they are kind of, you know, I mean, if they get famous and everything from their philosophy or from books they wrote, you know, they might kind of end up living a Chad lifestyle, but that's because they become a high-value man through their intellect and their, I mean, it's not through their intellect. They get the success and the status from the products of their intellect, and then it's that status that makes them a high-value male. But yeah, I don't know. And there's another there's another YouTube channel, and you may have seen this one, right? Because there was one viral video, and I will say her name. It's this girl named Myra West, and that's the name of her YouTube channel too. Well, it was a while ago now. It looks like it was 4 years ago now. She released a video called 21 Years Old, I Have No Friends. And this video has at the time I'm looking at this, it has 6.7 million views. So it has almost 7 million views. And the video is just this girl sitting there talking about her life and how she's all depressed and she can't make friends, and that's how it's been her whole life. She's just never been able to make friends. And here's the crazy thing about it, you know. I watched this video and it's almost a little bit relatable, right? It's almost a little bit relatable. Of course, all the comments on the video is a bunch of dudes being like, "You can't make any friends. I would be your boyfriend any day of the week," and all this stuff. "You're so pretty. How can you not make friends?" Of course, all the comments are like that. You know, if I made these videos, if I was recording my face right now, do you think there would be any girls in the comment being like, "Actually, you're so handsome. How do you have any trouble?" And no, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be like that. It would be a bunch of dudes, a bunch of you guys commenting being like, "Yep, yeah, I can understand you are bald. You are bald and ugly." But yeah, but the thing about this Myra West chick, so I watched some of the other, you know, she has other videos on her channel that she made, like update videos, and there was an interview with her on another channel. But anyways, if you look more deeply into who this girl is, Myra West, you find out at the time that she recorded that video, her viral video, 7 million views, at the time she recorded that video, she was in a long-term relationship. She had a boyfriend that she lived with at the time of making this video. it's a little bit misleading, right? To make a video 21 years old, I have no friends, but you have a live-in boyfriend. So, I mean, okay. You know, I guess the girl version of loneliness is just not being able to have friends. It's just not but you have a partner. I mean, if I had a girlfriend, what do I need with friends? You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't even I don't know, maybe the grass is greener, but man, it's different for Becky, you know? It's different for Stacy. Their whole life is different. They're locked up. Man, I keep thinking back to that, the allegory of the cave, because it's so true. Stacy is in the cave looking at shadows on the wall. She can't see the world for what it really is. Becky here, Myra West, she's chained up in the cave staring at shadows on the wall. She can't see the world for what it is. In her mind, she is super lonely with no friends. And it's just some kind of mental block in her head that's like, hey, don't I have a boyfriend? Someone that cares about me very much? She doesn't even think about that. Because that doesn't matter. That's a given. That's a given in her life. The life of any woman. And I mean, look, this girl, I call her, I don't know, I call her low tier Becky or whatever, low tier Normie. I don't know I don't know all this terminology, but she's all right, you know. She's not like hot, but she's all right looking, you know. I would go out with her maybe. But yeah. Man, it's different. It's different for these girls out here, man. It's like when they give you this horrible normie advice, you just can't take it seriously, but it's like you can't get mad. You can't get mad. They really aren't, they're not lying to you. They're not trying to tell you something that's untrue. They're telling you the truth for them. They're telling you what they've really seen in their life. They're telling you their real life experience. Now, of course, their real life experience is shadows on the fucking wall of a cave. Their real life experience does not pertain to reality at all, but it's their real life experience. That's what they're telling you. They're not lying. They're trying to help you. They're trying to be helpful, but they can't. They are mentally and physically incapable of actually philosophizing in a way that pertains to reality because they're staring at shadows on the wall. It's frustrating, man. It's like, as a man, we're given a higher burden from the start, right? Like we're starting life on hard mode. Unless you're born, with the perfect jawline and hunter eyes and all that stuff. But how many guys is that really, That's like the top 15%, if that. The rest of us, it's at least we're above ground, We're not in the cave. We can see 3 dimensions. We can see real life for what it really is. But I don't know if is it a blessing or is it a curse? Because, when I think about it mentally, it's like I wouldn't want to be less intelligent, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be less wise, but at the same time, I would be happier, probably. So would I want the life of Stacy locked up in the cave staring at shadows on the wall? Would I even want that life? I don't know. It's hard to think about it mentally to convince myself that I would want that life. But yeah, it's probably better. It's probably a better quality of life. Oh, well, you can never be a philosopher king, but you can be, happy? You can be not lonely, not cripplingly depressed. Yeah, maybe that's a better life. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's different out here for Stacy. It really is. And it's hard for us.